Hi guys, it's Rike and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear, occasionally also swimwear, and if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. And since I just mentioned swimwear, today we have a little swimwear review. Berlook sent me some pieces for you to try. I had seen them on Instagram before and I had seen their cute little bikinis and one pieces. And I had thought about ordering from them, hadn't gotten around to it. And then I was contacted by them recently and asked if I wanted to review some pieces for you guys. And I said yes, because their stuff looks cute. They have Jacquard fabrics, they have prints, pretty colors, glittery prints. Well, it's not print like Reddit, but it's glittery Lurex kind of stuff. And I don't know, the cuts look nice. And I was like, yeah, I will do that. So I have a full bag of things here today. I already took it out of the, packaging that it came in, the plastic packaging on the outside, and then we got everything here in this little bag. So it's a little bit more sustainable, which is great. I always, a lot of stuff comes single wrapped in plastic. This doesn't. It's a good plus. They also did ship things to me pretty fast. Their stuff is, I would say, kind of mid-price range. And you can pick tops and bottoms for your bikinis separately, so you can really pick which size you need. They have different colors or different styles in similar colors, so you can kind of mix and match which top and bottom you want to go with, that kind of stuff. They have some full coverage options, some less covering options. So something for everyone, I think. And they also did give me a code for you guys, so it's Rika20. You can use that for 20% off the entire website. So, go and check it out if you find these pieces interesting. And of course, even though they sent me the stuff, I'll give you my very, very honest opinions. And let's dive into it. I do have 4 bikini sets and one piece. So it's basically 9 pieces in total. And I think, we can just go through and see what's in this bag. We also do have a little logo situation and their name here on this bag. And it's a big pile of things. Like I said, not single wrapped in plastic, but rather wrapped in just this packing paper. We have the sticker on here too. And let's just open it up. Oh dear, things are falling out. All right. We're just letting them fall to the floor, and I will just start with the piece that was on top and that is, stuck here. that made it did not fall. But no, I got some different colors, some prints, and everything to kind of show you, a wide variety of stuff. I'm usually a size small up top, and for bikini bottoms, for sure, a medium. I do have a smaller waist, but the butt, hip, thigh situation definitely needs a medium for the bottoms. So this is what I got. And I also do have this little one piece here, which I did get in a size medium just to accommodate the bottom as well. But this is, let me see, I have a little piece of paper that also tells me what the pieces are. This is the Lurex Cut Out, no, this is not the Lurex Cut Out bikini top. This is not on here. No, it is. Sorry. See, just so many pieces on there. So this is the Backless Lurex one-piece swimsuit. It comes with different colors. This color is called Cyan. And it's this really, really pretty kind of minty turquoisey color. So I liked it a lot. I think I mainly picked it for the color, but also because I like to show you guys at least one piece. I'm more of a bikini person, but sometimes one pieces can be cute. And this one has all the sparkles. I love sparkly glittery things, so I had to try something in this fabric. So the sparkly fabric, it's kind of really feels like more of a Lurex fabric, and you can see, it's kind of like sparkly yarn. And the outside is not the softest because of the sparkly yarn, but it still feels good. And then on the inside, of course, you have more of a sleek fabric, so it's double lined here. We do not have removable cup pads, but like I said, it is double lined. Also no built-in sports bra or shelf bra or whatever or anything. We do have somewhat more of a square neckline here, thick straps that are a little stretchy. And then because it's backless, right? So very, very open back here. You can see a little kind of metal logo thing. This one actually looks really cute. I hope you can see it. So it's white, but also a little golden. So you can kind of see it's a little bit golden on the side. It looks very, very elegant. I like that. And then I feel this is more of a medium coverage situation, right? Kind of looks like that. And in the front also it looks like it should be decent coverage for the crotch area, which is always good. And then this says it's made with recycled nylon, so also, you know, a little bit more sustainable. And the fabric is 9% metallic, whatever that means, 80% recycled polyamide, and 11% spandex. So they have that on an extra tag here. Yeah, and then here on the inside you just have like a little tag you can cut out. It just says medium Berlook made in China and hand wash cold, only do not bleach, line dry. So like kind of the normal things they tell you for activewear as well. And yeah, like the cut is kind of basic, but like I think, you know, the color is gorgeous. The metallic fabric feels like it looks good. We have the little logo here in the bag, and it feels like decent quality as well. So, you know, no complaints here. We have some seams at the edges, but it's very stretchy here as well. So I don't see any any problems there, no issues. And I would say, let's just see it on. All right, we're starting off with this one piece. I will say maybe not too long torso friendly, but if you have a shorter torso, I think this could be a really nice piece for you. So I just feel like there's a lot of, you know, trying to pull down, like the straps aren't really, you know, holding me up here. And like it's sitting high up here now for me, but I think it's supposed to be kind of like a little bit lower. And when it sits like this, it also doesn't cut in as much as it does currently, you know, when it kind of comes up a little bit higher on me. So maybe not the most long torso friendly thing, but it's still cute. It fits really nicely. It's quite comfy. Maybe adjustable straps could have been great, or just like having a long torso and a short torso option or something, or like different like torso length options. But yeah, I feel like, you know, it kind of still accentuates the waist here. You have quite good coverage. No removable cup heads and no built-in shelf bra. So also support-wise, currently I don't get a lot of support, but I also do have a different top and a different bottom size, for example. So that also, of course, matters a little bit. So there's definitely like, for me, a little bit of gaping here on the sides and up top. So I need to be a little bit careful, you know, that I don't expose myself a little bit. But if you have like the same size or over, I mean, could work out better for you. And that's generally how it goes for me with like one pieces, which is why I'm more for like a bikini type of person. But, you know, it's still cute. I think it's nice to have a one piece every now and then. And then the back, super nice low cut. I do like the back a lot. And we do have that little metal logo thing. And then again, same thing here. If you have a shorter torso, you'll get a nice medium coverage. For me, of course, it kind of comes up a little bit higher and turns into a little bit less of a medium coverage, right? But this is because, you know, I'm pulling this high. Of course, what you can also do is you could pull it even higher if you have the longer torso and get like a more high leg situation here. Definitely less coverage, again, still at the back. And also good to know, like you don't really have a ton of what am I trying to say? You don't have a ton of tummy compression in this fabric, but it is really, really nice and comfy. So yeah, and of course it also sparkles. We can look at the sparkles a little bit. I hope you can see how sparkly it is. So that is really, really nice. But you can also here see again, like, you know, how loose the top part for me is. So maybe, yeah, better if you have the same size all over, because I would definitely size for the bottom. I don't think I would have wanted a small in this one. And also better if you don't have a long torso. I think a normal torso will probably also work fine. And yeah, I mean, I would say it's still a good start, you know. Most of the issues I have with this piece are because it is a one piece. And the fabric feels actually really nice on. Like I said, you don't have the slightly more scratchy metallic fabric touching your skin or anything. So on the inside, we have this nice, like, sleek layer, and it feels really good against the skin. And yeah, I like how shiny it is. I like the color. I think it also works on my pale skin, so that is good, because not everything does, right? And like I said, I like this back. I do like the back for sure. Like, it's cute. It's like super minimal, but like you can still show off your back muscles or just your back. Good for tanning as well. No weird like strappy tan lines, right? So that's really good. And yeah, let's see the next piece. All right, now we're going to continue on to the two pieces, but like I had mentioned before, you can, you know, kind of mix and match the different styles and stuff. They have like the same fabric, the same colors, and different styles, tops and bottoms. Since that is the case, I will go through the tops and bottoms separately, but no, you can get them as a set and you'll also see them on me as a set, but I will just talk about them separately a little bit so it's a little bit more clear, maybe. I hope that makes sense to you. But I do want to continue with this cute little piece. So this is the Jacquard knot bikini top, and this is in the color red. The color names are very simple, you know. I do love a good like fancy color name, but simple is also good for me. And I did get this one in a size small. So, you know, if you have bigger boobs, there's probably not going to be a ton of coverage, but for me, it's definitely going to be enough. And I am a sucker for Jacquard fabric. So when I saw the hat Jacquard, I was like, yes, I need that. And look at how pretty this is. So like, this is kind of like stitched in, right? This pattern and stuff. And I just like that because I do like textured fabrics and it just feels really, really nice. Like, it's not like insanely soft or anything. It just feels really, really nice. I do love the textured fabric. And this is definitely different fabric than what we just saw on the metallic one piece. But you can see we have this little knot here. That's why it's called the knot top, right? We do have removable cup hats in here as well. At least I think they're removable. Yes, okay, I found the little hole. It's just usually you have the little holes here at the top or on the side, but this one is kind of on the bottom. But so you can kind of get that out here, and it's just like a skin colored or like light beige pad in there. And we also do have up and down straps. They're a little stretchy, but they're also adjustable, as you can see here. So like you have a little bit metal hardware. It's not even plastic, it's really metal hardware here to adjust. And then in the bag is less adjustable because we only have the little, what do you want to call this? Hook, I guess. See, it's really hard. Like, it's definitely going to come off by accident if I can't get it off like this. I mean, I'm assuming I can, you know, I just need to work on it a little bit. But there we go. So you can see this little hook has like a little extra like nook on there. So it's really hard to accidentally come undone, which I appreciate. Because sometimes I feel like with these things, it can be a little tricky, you know. But the bag is also stretchy. You can see this fabric has some stretch to it. This is made from 95% recycled polyamide and 5% spandex. And then it says the lining, which is this like really, really sleek and soft inside material, is 87% recycled polyamide and 13% spandex. But yeah, so this is made from recycled materials. Again, really, really good. And I like the color. It's also not like a super like Baywatch bright red. It's like a tad muted, which I think suits my pale skin a little bit better. And yeah, I'm a sucker for Jacquard fabrics. I love this cute little knot in the front. And let's see it on. All right, and now we have a little bit less coverage because it's A, bikini, and B, just in general, a little bit less coverage. So let's look at this top. We have this cute little knot detail. You can actually like adjust the knot a little bit if you feel like it's not centered. We have this cool little Jacquard structure on there. You have the thin spaghetti straps that are adjustable, so you can easily tighten them a little bit. So I just did that to get a little bit more of a lift, and I think I could probably do it a little bit more. And also, of course, easy, just slip off the strap and adjust it. And yeah, I feel like it could have been a little bit more push-up-y. Like if it had been like a little bit more tight here, that could have been a little bit more flattering for my smaller chest, but I think it already, like, you know, it fits well. I'm tucked in. There's a little bit more space for bigger boobs, I think. But, you know, if you're in between and you have a smaller chest, you can definitely size down, I would say. Even though, right, you can't adjust it in the back. We have the clasp, but it's stretchy, so there shouldn't be an issue. I also did not undo the clasp and then redid it when I had when I had it on. I just slipped this over my head because, you know, easier, just much easier, and it worked fine. Because like I said, the fabric is stretchy enough. Support-wise, I would say I get a light support, like nothing too wild, but light support is pretty good, you know, and pretty normal for a bikini top, I would say. So no issues there. And yeah, I just like this little structure here. Like the little knot details. So it's a very, very simple top, but it's still like, you know, kind of cute and flattering. And I like it. I also like the color. I think it's not, as I mentioned before, it's not like the most bright red, but like a little bit toned down. Works for my like very pale skin tone, as well as probably for like a lot of other skin tones too. So very well done there. And let's move on. Okay, and of course, as promised, and you already saw it, the matching bottoms. So these are a little bit more cheeky, but you can definitely get a more covering option if this is not your thing, but you love this color and the Jacquard texture. So this is the, yeah, I have to look at the paper, the Jacquard tie bikini bottom. Again, color is red, and I got these in a size medium, but we have a lot of adjustability here, of course, because you do have the ties here on the side. The ties also do have the Jacquard texture on there, and you can see it still looks gorgeous. Definitely, like I already said, a little bit more cheeky, and you can kind of wear this high on your hips, which I personally feel is way more flattering on me. Gives you like a longer leg and just, you know, makes the curve a little curves a little bit curvier. In the back, you basically have, you know, it's not like a super thong, but like it is definitely not covering a lot. And we also do have the little logo on here, which I really think looks kind of elegant. And we also, of course, had that on the top. I don't know if I showed it to you, but I can just show it to you again. Did we even have it on the top? No, see, we didn't. That's why I didn't show it to you. See, I thought but I guess it makes sense. There was less space to put it on. But yes, we do have that here. And then material-wise, this is same material as the top, so 95% recycled polyamide and 5% spandex on the outer fabric, and the lining is 87% recycled polyamide and 13% spandex. Yeah, so the inside feels really nice. Also, it is double-lined, because I know sometimes I've had bikini bottoms where it was like just a single layer, and it's like, are you sure this is gonna be covering things? You know, when stuff gets wet, sometimes it gets a little bit more see-through. So, but yes, we do have a double layer in here. You can see that again, the soft lining in there, and it looks cute for now. But let's see it on. Let's see if it also looks cute on. All right, let's talk about the bottoms, the matching bottoms here. Again, same red color. And now we have the ties here on the side. Comes up nice and high. Of course, you can also wear it like this if you want. But personally, I mean, I think it looks way more flattering like this. And not a ton of coverage. So you definitely kind of need to, you know, make sure everything, the hair is removed where it needs to be removed. It's not moving around too much, so I think it's fine. And sometimes I've had like bottoms like this, where you got some gaping in the front, so I don't have any gaping here, because that's kind of not so great. But yeah, no gaping, it just sits nicely. And then we have, of course, the structure on here again. You also have the structure on the little ties here. And so far they haven't moved, because I'm like with actual ties, it's always good to make sure, you know, it's not moving, it's not coming undone, right? Because you don't want to expose everything. And yeah, like I said, not a ton of coverage here. Of course, you also don't get any lower belly to lower tummy coverage, but you know, it looks, I think, very, very flattering. And then in the back, we also have very, very minimal coverage, so definitely a thong situation. But yeah, it comes up still quite high enough. We also do have the little metal logo there. And I think it's a perfect, you know, like little bikini bottom, low coverage bikini bottom. Great for tanning, obviously, you know, and lounging around and looking cute. And let's move on. All right, I'm already loving the colors we saw, you know, look at this, so good. Let's move on. I should have picked this up from the bottom, because you know, when it dropped in the beginning, I just left it there. We're just gonna pick it up, you know, when it comes. But let me just go and grab something from there. And I picked up this little piece. Oh, I love a blue and white print. I just like it a lot. This is I should have been better prepared with this. Oh yeah, the Ruched Cutout Floral Bikini Top in blue. Well, I guess it's blue and white. But like, look at this, so cute. Yeah, like I said, I love a blue and white top, or a blue and white pattern. It had this little ring in there, and you can see the ring is kind of made from this, like, it's like plastic, but like a little bit, what do you want to call it, like marbled or something? I don't know, like it has like some coloring to it, and it's a little, like, you know, it kind of looks like amber a little bit, right? And of course, like, you have two holes here, just it's hard to see when it's not on, right? But so we have that little ring. You have quite good coverage, I would say. It's double lined again. We do have removable cup pads, so they are in here again. And the bottom is at the bottom. The hole is at the bottom. And then these pads are actually white, which might be a better choice for when you have a lighter color. Sometimes the tan or like the skin color light beige pads can kind of just like shimmer through a little bit more. We also do have some ruching here on the sides. And of course, because of the ring in the middle, we also do have some ruching here, which can be really, really flattering on a smaller chest, you know. And then in the back, you just have a little double strap action here. So there's a little cutout, and overall stretchy material, not like a ton stretchy, but still stretchy enough, I would say. You know, I hope it fits. I think so. And this is made from 85% recycled polyester and 15% spandex, but the lining is the same as what we had in the pieces before. But yes, so this on the outside is now very, very sleek. So this feels a little bit more like a normal swim material. And I'm just excited to see this on. All right, next little top. So this fabric is definitely a little bit tighter than some of the others. So if you're in between sizes, I would highly suggest to size up. Or if you have a bigger chest, because I don't think any like bigger fits in here right now. So yeah, and there's no adjustability, right? So you cannot adjust the straps here in the back. They are what they are, and you also cannot adjust these straps. And, you know, otherwise it's still kind of cute. We have the little ring here. I do love me this pattern, or like a blue and white pattern. I don't know how you call it in English, but like in German, I think this is an onion pattern, like if you directly translate it. I don't know why. But anyway, I think it's cute. I do love the shape of this top. I feel like it could be a little less tight around here, so you can kind of get like a little bit of a double boobish. So maybe I should have also sized up in this top. But like, just saying, definitely if you're in between or have a bigger chest than me, which is basically a B cup or higher, you know, then do size up in this. And I think it should be okay. Like, it's just like this particular fabric just does feel a little bit tighter. It's also a little bit more compressive, you know, but like support wise, I'm pretty sure I'm getting, I would say, a medium support out of this, light to medium, but definitely higher than some of the other tops. And it is cute. I like it. I'm tucked in for sure, like nothing is gonna fall out of this, like there's no chance. I do like that, again, we have removable cup pads, and you know, I think it's just really, really cute with this little ring in there. I know it's like not super novel or anything, but I think it looks cute. Because at first I wasn't sure, because the brown ring and then you have white and blue, if it makes sense, but like, I think it's cute, right? And I also do like the thicker straps, they're quite comfortable. The little strappy back here is also nice. Of course, if you're like a little bit concerned about like back fat spillage, again, do size up in this top. You know, I think for me it works okay, but like for sure, you know, happens. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. I like the shape of it. Like I said, I wish this was not as pushing down on top of here. Maybe if I can adjust a little bit more, but like I feel like, you know, that could be a little bit better, but like otherwise I'm super happy with this top. I think it looks cute. So yeah, let's move on. And of course we do have a matching bottom. So this is the Floral high waist bikini bottom. This has definitely a bit more coverage than what we saw on the previous bikini bottom, because I simply wanted to show you what kind of options they have. But I also do sometimes like a little bit less coverage, and I sometimes do like a little bit more coverage in a high-waisted moment, because you know, sometimes you just want to be like tucked in, right? So these are the high-waisted bottoms. They're still not like a full coverage, but I also do not like a full coverage. So like this kind of like mid coverage is perfect for me. And like I said, I do like a high-waisted moment. So these are very high-waisted. They also have this high leg cut, so you can see how big this leg cutout is. Again, I personally find that very, very flattering. And we do have a little top seam here. You have this wider, it's kind of like a waistband, right? Like a legging waistband kind of. And you just have this high leg cut moment. And you can really see how high leg cut it is, how high it comes up in the waist. It is clearly a high-waisted bikini bottom. And then in the back, again, you do have that more like medium coverage. And we do have a little tag here again to make it look a little bit more elegant. Fabric is 85% recycled polyester, 15% spandex, as on the top. But here now the lining is basically the same fabric. It is still double lined. So we have 2 layers of this fabric. I'm just trying to dissect them. So we have 2 layers here, which is good because, as I mentioned before, you know, if you have a single layer, especially with a lighter color, that's not always going to work. But we have completely double-lined fabric here. And yeah, it's just the same on the inside and the outside, which actually is pretty good, because if you have a lining that's just, let's say, white, for me sometimes things fold over. Like, they don't always sit perfectly like on your body. So especially in the back, they do fold over sometimes. And in this case, if this happens with this bottom, it's not going to be very noticeable because the print is also on the inside. Whereas if the print isn't on the inside and you just have a single color, then you could tell that a little bit more. So I do prefer it if the bottoms have the same kind of print, or if they're at least lined with a similar color. So when we had the Jacquard bottoms, right? So this is red, and then it's red on red in terms of print. So if the inside is red as well, that's not going to be too obvious that there's folding happening. Whereas, like, you know, if you have the blue and white print and it's just white on the inside, it would be way more obvious. So I think it's really, really good that it is lined with the patterned fabric. And that was enough talking about this piece. Let's see it on. All right, onto the bottoms. As already mentioned with the top, like, the fabric is definitely a little bit tighter. So I do get a little bit more cutting in here on the hips, but otherwise it fits really, really nicely. And I don't like this is not annoying me. And I also know, like, currently I have a little bit more there than I usually do. So, you know, that's fine. Body's changed and all that, but like, I like how high-waisted this is. And we still get this highlight cut. So that's really, really nice. You could probably just pull it up a little bit higher still. And then maybe I should wear it like this. Even this, but like, I think this is where it's supposed to sit, kind of. We also do get like a really good amount of coverage here in the front, and like up top here, because I have a smaller waist, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's like super loose, but like definitely not a ton of compression, but like get some compression otherwise here in the lower tummy area. And it's just like how high it is. Look at this highlight cut, like super flattering. This one, I don't know if you could pull it lower if you wanted to, because I feel like then you'd have too much fabric in the crotch area. I guess you can try if you want, but like, I don't know. It works, but I think this is where it's supposed to be. And you know, even with my long torso, I still basically have my belly button mostly covered with this. That is great. Of course, depending on where it fits you best, how high you pull it and all that kind of stuff. Pretty good. And then I would say we got like a light to medium coverage, like definitely not a thong yet, but like maybe a little less than medium. And then, of course, what I said, if it folds over, right, because sometimes that can happen, you still have the pattern on the inside, so it doesn't look as obvious that it's folding over, so that's also pretty good. And overall, you know, I like the shape of this one. It's super comfy. I also like how high it comes here in the back of the waist, so no complaints there either. And we have that little metallic logo on top as well, right, that we had. That we have on all the bottoms. Am I showing it to you? I don't know. The camera is always like, it's a little tricky if you don't know, if you can't really see it. But yes. Yeah, overall, I'm super happy with this one. Like, I think, you know, the shape is definitely like a favorite. So yeah, cute. All right, next up, one of my absolute favorite colors, this light baby blue, and this is the V-neck knot triangle bikini top in blue. You know, yes, it is a blue. And this one is also structured fabric. It is ribbed. Look at it. It's a nice ribbed fabric, very, very stretchy, feels really, really good. The inside here is lined with a beige, light beige color here. We do have removable cup pads as well, and the pads are this tan, like, or beige color. And this one I thought just looked really, really, really good on the model, so I'm also hoping it's going to look good on me. I do have a small chest, you know, with a triangle top. Sometimes it can, you know, I mean, it always works, but it's just like, eh. But this one has a lot of ruching going on. Do you see the ruching? And like, these triangle parts do not move, so they're set the way they are, but we do have them on like a stretchy band. And then you have the little knot detailing here, a thicker strap, and then this thicker strap goes around your neck, right? And then this thicker strap has like the smaller straps kind of tied on here, and then these are also like this, you can adjust. So I feel like this piece is definitely quite adjustable, since, you know, you do have the little ties here, but it's not as adjustable as a traditional triangle bikini top, but it's definitely a little bit more secure, I would say. And yeah, I love the color. I do like a ribbed texture, or in general textured fabric. I feel like they could have lined it with light blue, so with the same color, just, you know, because if I see this here, for example, like this strap is a little like kind of, you know, with the knot and stuff, it's a little bit folding, so it's possible you might be able to see that a little bit once it's on. Hopefully not, but like, you know, they could have lined it with the light blue, because everything else was kind of lined with a similar color, so I'm a little surprised that this is lined in beige. Let's see if they did the same with the bottoms. But otherwise, like I said, the material feels really, really good, very, very stretchy. It is made from 74% recycled polyamide and 26% spandex. The lining is the same as before. And yeah, I just love this color. Like, it just looks so good. I love baby blue. It's like, I do have a lot of favorite colors, but this is definitely one of them. Let's see it on. All right. Well, I think this is a very, very flattering bikini top if you have a smaller chest. Still will probably look flattering if you have a bigger chest, but I like it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the whole like toga thing, right? Like those ancient Greek and Roman kind of tying situations. But I think it works really nicely. Like, we have the little knots here, some ruching that just makes things look a little bit bigger. I don't get a ton of cleavage, but if you had a bigger chest, you would get a little bit more. No good side boob coverage, not so optimal, but like, you know, I personally don't need that. And maybe if you're wearing a bikini top, maybe it's okay. And then we have the thicker straps, a tighter band here, removable cup pads, and then in the back, it's just like a little strappy, you know? So you have this whole like kind of situation up top here, and you can just tie your little tie there in the back. Support-wise, more of a light support, I would say. But yeah, I think this one looks really, really flattering on my smaller chest. And I obviously do love the color. Like I already mentioned, baby blue is like definitely one of my favorites. So I like that. I do like also the ribbed fabric. It just, you know, feels very nice. And like I said, I think it looks really good. I like it. And then we have the bottoms. So, oh no, we don't, because I'll talk about the bottoms in a little bit. See, sometimes I do bikinis in like top and bottom at the same time, but here we do them separately because you can choose the sizes, which is perfect. That is what works for me. I would also say with the top, you know, because you can adjust it a little bit. You could probably decide by your chest size if you want to size up or down if you're in between. But I can, like, I mean, stay true to size if you know, have a true size. But like if you're in between, probably just go with if you have a bigger chest or a smaller chest and then size up or down. But yeah, I like this whole knot situation here. I think it's cute. Very, very, very cute. And let's move on and talk about the bottoms. Moving on to the matching bottoms, this is the Ruched bikini bottom, or the Ruched bikini bottoms, I don't know. And also, of course, in blue. And as I said, you know, we'll see if the lining is the beige. It is the beige. So I would have preferred the light blue lining. As I was talking, you know, I was talking about this with the previous bottoms, right? It's nice to have at least a similar color or the similar print on the inside in case something folds over. It's just less obvious. Of course, you know, for me, maybe from far away, you wouldn't be able to tell too well that it's not my skin tone. I don't know, but I'm not that pale, right? But like, of course, if you have a different skin tone, it's going to be a little bit, you know, more obvious. But anyway, so this is also a little bit less coverage, but definitely more than our Jacquard bikini bottoms. We do have a little of a highlight cut here as well. You have some ruching here on the sides. Good coverage, or okay coverage in the front, I would say. And then in the back, it's still, you know, light to medium coverage maybe. And we do have a little top seam. It's very, very stretchy though. You know, everything seems very stretchy. We also, of course, do have that little logo here in the back as well. And it just feels amazing. I love this ribbed texture and the ribbed fabric. It just feels really, really good. Like, out of all the fabrics, maybe this is my favorite from the outside. But like I said, I wish this was lined in light blue. But yeah, let's see it on. All right, these bottoms, so there are again a little bit less coverage, but still more than the red Jacquard bottoms, for example, right? So we do have a bit more coverage here, a bit more coverage here, and a little bit more coverage on the hips as well. You also do have some ruching here on the sides to kind of match the ruching that we get on the top. And again, not a ton of side boob, not a ton of lower tummy coverage here, so you have to live with that a little bit. But it's also not super tight here. So like, yes, it's not gaping, so it is tight enough, but like it's not really cutting in too much into your lower tummy area, I would say. And then also with this one, not a ton of cutting into the wider hip area here. So I actually think this one fits really, really nicely. The seams are not harsh at all. And it's very, very comfy. This one, of course, is also a little bit more high leg, but maybe not as high as some other pieces, but I guess you could pull it a little bit more. Then of course it just turns into more of a thong here in the back. Or if you wanted to, you could also wear this one easily a little bit lower. And then you have a little bit more of a medium coverage here. So kind of up to you. I personally do not like it like this. This is what I used to wear when I was younger, you know, when all the bikini bottoms that I bought at H&M, for example, were like kind of like this. But these days, you know, I know how to appreciate a high leg cut to flatter those hips. So I personally would wear it like this. You do get like your high leg cut a little bit more of a thong situation. And then of course, as I mentioned, like my butt sometimes eats the bottoms, and especially like here, oh, I should probably put in the tag, but like, and especially like here when it folds over, it's going to be a little bit more of this like light beige color that is on the inside. So that is my only critique point with these bottoms. I wish they had lined them in a light blue just to kind of prevent that from happening. Like currently it's not happening. When I sat down before to tie the top, like it kind of was folding over, but now it's sitting okay. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, I think these are like, feel super, super comfy. And it's, you know, you also don't have to worry about the ties coming undone because there's no ties here. And it just sits very secure, I would say. Again, ripped fabric, right? And then we also do have the little metal logo here on the on top of the bag. And see, the tag came. But like you can cut these off easily. So they're just attached with like a little thread. So I will of course like cut those out. I just didn't think of it now before trying them on. And yeah, but anyway, I think it's super flattering, very cute, baby blue, you know, I like it. And yeah, this one I guess is, you know, kind of, like I said, one that you can wear like this or like this depending on your preferences. So, because I know some people like it a little bit lower on the hips, and that is perfectly fine if that works for your body type, obviously. But yeah, this one gives you a little bit more of an option for that. But yeah, it's cute. Let's move on. Also, can I just stress again how nice it is that not everything is wrapped individually in plastic, because usually when I do these reviews, I have like a pile of plastic next to me at the end of the video. And right now there's no pile of plastic, there's just a little bit of paper and that's it. So that is really good. But yeah, let's move on. We have our last bikini set. Again, we just do the top first and then we do the bottoms. But we have another shiny, sparkly moment. And this is the Lurex Cut Out Bikini top, and this is the color navy. So this is a little bit of a darker blue, but look at the sparkles. Because I feel like, see now the bottoms that I had on my knees just dropped. Anyway, but like I feel like on the dark fabric, you can tell that it's like sparkly, like a little bit easier than maybe on the first color that I showed you, the cyan, the one piece. But like it's so like it's so pretty because it's so sparkly. The material feels the exact same as that first one piece we saw. It is, you know, you have the little shiny metallic like threads basically, or this the yarn that they used for this. The material is also, yeah, 9% metallic, 80% recycled polyamide, and 11% spandex. So same thing here, just in a bikini top. And I just thought this one looked a little fun because we do have this cutout moment. You have removable cup pads again as well. It's like a low scooped neck here, thicker straps. They are stretchy, not adjustable, but very stretchy. And then in the back, it looks, you know, a little simple, but we do have the little V kind of triangle back, so it goes very, very low. And under the chest, you do have an elastic to kind of keep you a little bit more tucked in. So this one also seems like it could be, you know, quite supportive. And as long as you don't have the biggest chest, I guess, also quite covering. But yeah, this one feels also, you know, of course the metallic on the outside is probably not what you want to have against your skin, but we do have this lining situation here. The lining is a little bit lighter, but I guess it makes sense because we also have, you know, differences in how this color looks depending on how the light hits it. So it is a lighter blue, purplish blue, because I would say the navy is definitely a little bit purplish blue. And the lining is a little different. It's 82% recycled polyamide and 18% spandex. I think before that it was 87% polyamide. I don't know. But it's slightly different. It also feels a tad different, but like not too different, just a tad. And then the cup pads in here are also just the beige color here, which is fine because with the darker colors you don't see through that anyway. So yeah, it looks cute. Let's see it on. All right, I think this is the darkest color that we had so far. And you know, this way you can see the shiny, shimmery metal bits a little bit better, I guess. So yeah, it has this, like, I think it's really fun. I like it. But that's also because I like all shiny things. I would say the top, like, I feel like I could have maybe sized down in this one. So definitely if you're in between, size down. And obviously you're gonna have a smaller chest, so maybe that also allows me to make that conclusion. Like, I'm tucked in, don't worry. Like, it's also not too much gaping or anything, but like I feel like definitely if you're in between, do size down with this one. Support wise, again, maybe a light to medium support actually. If it was a little bit tighter, definitely medium support. And we have the thicker straps here. In the back we have the slight little V, which is kind of cute. And yeah, the elastic under the chest, the little, you know, cutout. So if you have a bigger chest, you'll probably get some under boob. I do not get that, but like, you know, it's still cute. And we have still like somewhat of a lower neck here. So you might get some cleavage there as well, but I feel like still there's plenty of space to, you know, keep the boobs tucked in. You also have good side boob coverage here, so that is perfect. And overall, like probably the most covering bikini top that we saw. I don't know, maybe. Definitely, like, I feel like maybe most secure, and it's still very, very comfy. Again, we have the metallic fabric on the outside, and you have that like kind of like shiny fabric, sleek shiny fabric on the inside, so that is soft against your skin. The only thing I will say is you can kind of like, because the elastic has the metallic fabric on the inside and the outside, so you do get it against your skin there, and I can feel it slightly, but it's not like, not terrible or anything. Like, it's still definitely like a little bit more structured than a normal fabric, of course, but like it's not super irritating. But like if you hate feeling that against your skin, maybe this is not for you. But like for me personally, it works out fine. And it's not like some of those Gymshark leggings that I put on and it was just so itchy and so scratchy, I needed to take them off immediately. So like it's not like that at all. But like, just in case you're a little bit more sensitive, maybe this is not the top for you, basically. And of course, also your arms are gonna come up against this part here. I feel like that wasn't as much like the case for me with the one piece, but that's also because the one piece sat a little bit lower on me. But like your arms might rub up a bit against the fabric as well on the outside. So you might be able to feel a little bit here on the inside of your arms. Just a heads up in case this is not for you, you know, maybe do not go for this one, but I do like how shiny it is, you know, look at this. Like, and if the sun hits you and it's, you know, it's just gotta be shining and stuff. And yeah, the back is super simple. I like the back as well. And let's move on to the bottoms. And last but not least, we got the solid Lurex bikini bottoms. So these are a very, very classic style, I would say. Still with a highlight cut, but otherwise very, very classic. And of course, it's also the navy color to match that little cutout bikini top that we just saw. So these ones, as I just mentioned, we have a highlight cut again. They are high-waisted, but we don't have like this seam, like what seems like a thicker waistband like we had on the floral print. So this really just comes up nice and high. We do have one little top seam here and good coverage in the front, and then in the back I would say it's like a medium coverage. That's always, for me, it's really hard to judge how good the coverage is before I try them on, but like I would say it looks kind of like a medium coverage. And then we also do have the little logo here up top. So same as always, material again is the same as what we saw on the top, and the lining is also the same. So slightly different lining than on the other pieces. Here again the color is a little lighter, but you know, I understand why you don't want this fabric on the inside, because like I said, yes, it doesn't, like, it's not super scratchy or anything, but it's definitely not the most comfortable directly against your skin. So I would not use that as a lining fabric. And like when it folds over, I mean, you know, like I said, depending on how the light hits this piece, it's gonna look a little different anyway. So you kind of have to pick a color and go with it. And I feel like the lining is also slightly shinier than it was in some of the other pieces. So they tried. Yeah, material feels really, really nice and stretchy again. You don't really have a harsh seam here on the side, which I also like. So it's good. It's just like a little elastic in there maybe, but very stretchy. And I would say, let's just see it on. All right, bottoms for this piece, another high-waisted moment. Not as high-waisted as some others, or I guess one other bottom, but like super, super high. And the back specifically, like I feel like this comes up really, really high in the back, which I appreciate. I like that, and I prefer that a lot over the opposite, which is, you know, dipping low in the back or anything. So that I really, really appreciate. And like this one, I could probably also pull up a little bit more higher, but you can definitely see my belly button a little bit. I still get like good coverage here for the lower tummy area. Not a ton of compression because again, this fabric is super stretchy and very, very comfy, but you know, you do get the coverage there at least. And then we do have a little bit of a seam up top, which I personally don't mind. You have a nice high leg cut again, a little bit of cutting into here in that more, you know, hip, jiggly hip part, I guess. I don't know how to call it. You know, it's you know, it's just a little bit more soft, I guess. But personally, I don't mind that. Like, it doesn't hurt or anything. It's not uncomfortable, you know. It's just how things go. We have good coverage here in the front, and then in the back, I would say like light coverage, not thong, but like definitely a little bit less. And like here, I definitely get a little bit of folding over. I also feel like there's a lot more fabric than on some of the other bottoms here, which kind of leads to the folding over a little bit as well. But I mean, I showed you the inside. Yes, it's a lighter blue, but like it's, you know, you have the shininess here on the outside. So also the shades of blue change a little bit depending on how the light hits you. And I would say for me overall, this is still pretty good coverage in the bag. Of course, if you're more of a person who likes like a full coverage, probably not your type of bottoms. But, you know, I think for me personally, works perfectly. And yeah. I like the color. I don't usually wear darker colors for swimwear because I feel like it makes me look a little bit more pale, and maybe this one does too. I don't know. You can let me know what you think. But like it's not black. So like for me personally, black I usually don't go for at all because I feel like that really washes me out. But you know, I really wanted to see the shininess on a darker piece because I think it's just like so much more pronounced still than on the lighter colors, and I like that shininess for sure. All right, it's conclusion time. Let me just show you the little pile so you can see all the different colors we had here. And yeah, I was really impressed with the selection. There's so many more pretty colors to choose from. So I just picked what, you know, I gravitated towards the most, but of course also trying to show you different like prints and colors and different textures and, you know, fabrics and styles and stuff. But like, if you want more bottom coverage, for example, you know, then this little tie bikini bottom, they do have that if you like this fabric. If you want a little bit less coverage for certain pieces, they also do have that. They have a lot more one pieces to choose from. So there's definitely a lot of selections you can make. And I just try to give you a little glimpse of what they have. What I will say is that I'm really impressed at the quality of the pieces, of the fabrics, because I've tried like other swim brands and they didn't have like that variety in like textures and stuff. And I also do like, you know, the fabrics just feel good and the fit is nice. They have removable cup pads and most stuff, you know, that's also good. I don't know if they have like a ton of options for really bigger chests. Like a lot of this felt like it fit nicely for my chest size. But of course, I also don't specifically look for these kind of things because I don't need the more coverage, right? And yeah, otherwise, like I'm very happy with my haul. Let me know what your favorite piece was or your favorite set. And again, if you do want to check out their website, you can use code RIKE20 for 20% off their entire website. And I also did link the links for the specific pieces in the description box down below in case you want to check out those specific pieces, of course. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just very happy with this haul. You know, one of the better swimsuit hauls I've done recently, I would say. I don't know. I haven't done that many, so it's hard to say that actually. I feel like this is only my second swimsuit haul this year, so yeah, hard to say. But like definitely I'm very impressed. Like I've recently seen what H&M had like hanging on their like bikini walls, and none of it struck me as like something I was really, you know, wanting to look at. But like all of their website was basically like, ooh, should I get this, or should I ask for this? So it was really hard to pick. And yeah, I like that there's also so many high-waisted highlight cut options, because I think those are really flattering, as I said before many times. But yeah, do let me know what your favorite set was, or your favorite piece, or, you know, if you've tried this brand before, if you would consider trying them, let me know. And yeah, if you have any feedback, any suggestions, anything, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also follow me on Instagram, probably not see the bikinis in action there because I usually just wear my activewear there. But you can also DM me there. I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube though, so if there's anything you want me to see, just leave a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done that yet, you can also subscribe to my channel so you get notified of all the new videos that are coming out. Now I know a little bit better what's coming because I have a better plan for the future, for the next month basically. So it's gonna be some exciting stuff. And yeah, I'm really hoping I'll get some chances to wear these pieces out and about this year. I don't know how warm Finland gets, and the water's probably pretty chilly, but you know, I'll try my best. Worst case scenario, I can always wear this to, you know, go to the big saunas downtown or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. I was pleasantly surprised. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.